and Trudy Smith methods were put to the test in avoiding the storm that threatened the submission of SBA projects. Despite the discomfiture along the journey, the May to June 2024 voyage soon began to sail on towards the sea-set pier. Mathematics and English marathons kept the sail buoyant, and the 2023 success team were well motivated. Echoes of success and mastery could be heard as the cabin stewards worked tirelessly to maintain high spirits among passengers. The numerous initiatives geared at revving up students' preparation for the June 2023 CSEC and CAPE examinations allowed a seamless anchoring in the examination harbor. The numerous marathons, online classes, and late-night lab vigils resulted in a smooth process as passengers disembarked and filtered to their examination rooms. In a matter of weeks, the members of Voyage May to June 2023, their teacher and members of their families exploded in celebration of the successes attained. The following charts aptly summarize their achievements.
In 2023, 100% success rate was attained in 6 subjects, between 90 to 99% success rate in 8 subjects, between 80 to 89 success rate in 2 subjects, while success rates between 60 to 79 in 5 other subjects. An overall success rate of 80.19% was attained in the June 2023 examination period. This indicates a steady increase in the success rate over the 3-year period to June 2023. The quality of passes at the CSEC level continues to show a steady increase. Over the 3-year period to June 2023, the number of Range 1 attained moved from 77 in 2021 to 99 in 2022, then jumped to 142 in 2023. We pause to offer special commendations to the 2023 graduates who have increased the Range 1s by 100%. They truly epitomizes success and mastery.
100% success rate was enjoyed in the following subjects: Agriculture Science Unit 2, Building, Mechanical and Engineering Drawing Unit, Entrepreneurship Unit 1, Environmental Science Unit 2, Literatures in English Unit 2, Physical Education and Sports Unit 1, Physics Unit 1, and Tourism Unit 1. We continue to enjoy an overall success of 75% at the CAPE level.
We continue to provide training and certification in technical and vocational skills, as it is mandatory for all grade 11 students to write the NCT examination towards being certified at levels 1 and 2. In an effort to improve our current ranking of 15th position by the Partisans report, we have introduced level 1 cluster examinations at grade 10 to promote a high certification rate by the end of the grade 11 year. Again, we applaud the commitment of our teachers to higher year-over-year performance in external examinations. Our school is outstanding in every sphere, as our principal, Mr. Dale Evans, was recognized for his contribution to the work of the National College of Educational Leadership. Mr. Evans continues to serve in the college recruitment and final assessment in each cohort in the Aspiring Principals program. Incremental and significant episodes of successes were not ignored, as various motivational activities were conducted at the class and subject levels. Students in the Gold and Platinum clubs are prominently featured on the pillars of the buildings and in major hallways. Report cards at Holland are color-coded in keeping with students' academic performances as students receive platinum, gold, silver, and bronze cards. We were thrilled to see the faces of students in the bronze clubs when they realized that we have finally sourced a real metallic bronze paper for their report cards. We anticipate the induction of an increased number of students into the Ivy League as we have been observing incremental movement of students by at least one club up. The behavior modification program continues to be a part of our daily operations as we seek to assist students who were repeatedly displaying antisocial tendencies. This was organized by the Guidance and Counseling Department, our ever-visible Dean of Discipline, and the year group supervisors. As vanguards of high standards of students' discipline and deportment, the grade supervisors monitor students' movement and general conduct and swiftly engage those who are found to be out of line.
On June 19, the Rujon Foundation staged a one-day workshop geared at exposing students to basketball, American football, acting one, intensive acting, dance, and music. Based on the highlighted talents on the day, Holland High School performing arts students were invited to perform at the Rujon Foundation's Evening of Excellence at the Royalton Hideaway Hotel. Our own Jordan Clinton of grade 13 received a scholarship towards tuition for the upcoming academic year at the University of Technology, Jamaica. Our Teacher of the Year recipients for 2019 and 2023 were accompanied by the principal and vice principal to the ASCD conference in Washington, D.C., USA. The delegation from the school was completed by Mr. Kevon Johnson, a past student who now serves as a student teacher in the business department. The experience was quite enriching as we were exposed to new practices in curriculum development and delivery and general school management. The trip also saw us forging closer synergies in our region, such as Mushat High School and Frankfurt High School. New connections were also formed with administrators from local schools and other Caribbean islands.
We continue to strengthen the sense of family by sharing our joys and pain, and so all categories of staff come together on a regular basis to celebrate birthdays, new births, and just to have fun and de-stress. The campus was transformed into a playground for members of staff at one of our monthly socials. The featured activities include obstacle relay and water slide competitions. It was evident that colleagues were soaked with fun and laughter as they made good use of the slide, compliments of Avon Rentals, a party and event planning business owned and operated by one of the past students. Providing opportunities for social exposure continues to be an essential aspect of our school's program, and so Children's Day 2024 saw students participating in fun games and activities for the entire day. The lower school quadrangle was transformed into a mini funland and water park. It was a great day, filled with excitement and clean fun. Nurse Stewart is known for her signature health-related activities. 1 week into her return from leave, she and her team captured the attention of students and staff as they staged Health Palooza. Mrs. Blissett and students of the Human Ecology Department were busy blending smoothies and other healthy treats. Mr. Evans also showcased his culinary skills by whipping up his usual tasty stir-fry. The safety of our students and members of staff remains a top priority to the administrator of Holland High School. The school-wide Smart ID system, which is being implemented on a phased basis, saw controlled access interfaces being installed at the main doors. Members of staff are now required to access the main lobby through the use of their Smart ID. Effective September 2024, students will also be required to register electronically on a daily basis by scanning their smart card and clear the security checkpoint at the e-registration hub. The main Teachers' Day event was combined with support staff day into a whole staff psychosocial 3-day relaxation at the Grand Palladium Hotel in Hanover. We spent meaningful time with members of staff and our immediate family as we had a great time.
Holland Communication Network, where we give you information that matters to you.
This ends our Reels for now. It was truly a nail-biting journey.
Yes, it was. We invite you to tune into our network and follow us on Facebook and Instagram as we embark on some major projects for the new year.
I am Roxanne Pedro.
And I am Dale Evans, inviting you to travel with us to June 2025 as we continue to unearth the treasures on the Jamaican education landscape.
Wow. Yes.
Take Board Chairman, Vice Chairman, and other members of the Board of Governors, Principal, Vice Principal, Principal Emeritus and guest speaker, former Chairman, Regional Director, Member of Parliament, Councillor, Principals from neighboring schools, academic, ancillary, and administrative staff, parents, guests, and my fellow graduates, good afternoon. It is a distinguished honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate the culmination of our grade 11 journey. As I reflect on our shared experiences and the path that lies ahead, I am reminded of the majestic eagle, a symbol of strength, vision, and freedom. The life of an eagle provides a powerful metaphor for our journey through high school and the aspirations we hold for the future. An eagle's life begins in the nest, high up on a cliff or a tall tree, where the young hatchlings are nurtured and protected. In these early stages, the eagle's parents provide warmth, food, and safety, ensuring that the chicks grow strong and healthy. Our own journey began in a similar manner. When we entered in grade 7, we were like those hatchlings, full of potential, but reliant on the guidance and support of our teachers, parents, and guardians. We were filled with excitement to have won a place at the prestigious Holland School, or a school of choice. However, fear of the unknown crippled some of us. Our classrooms were our nest, places where we learned fundamental skills and knowledge that would form the foundation of our education. Our teachers played the role of the nurtured parents, imparting wisdom and nurturing our curiosity. They encourage us to spread our wings, to ask questions, to explore new ideas, and to believe in our own capabilities. It is here we were introduced to our new mantra, visionaries breathing to excel. Our great supervisors, Ms. Mackenzie and Mr. Wisdom, along with the other of our teachers, ensure that we remain in the nest at all times. Some of us wanted to fly, but were kept in by the sound of that whistle. Oh yes, that same whistle, the one that kept us from going on the upper school block, kept us from deviant behavior, and that gave alert to the entire school population that there was a hatchling out of nest. Today, we are eternally grateful for the dedication and patience of our teachers. As the eagle grows, it begins to test its wings, learning to fly under the watchful eyes of its parents. This stage is marked by both triumph and fall as the young eagle gains strength and confidence. Our time here 7 to 9 has mirrored this phase. We have faced numerous challenges and opportunities to grow, both academically and personally. This was the time when we heard of the big bad coronavirus and was ushered online in our second term in grade 7. I can remember it like it was only yesterday. We were forced to online schooling as our government did the popular thing, which was to put the country on lockdown. This was the dawning of the new era known as the new normal. Online school was filled with many glitches, which saw our teachers taking on new roles as tech-savvy gurus. Some had to take our courses in Google Classroom operation and learn how to navigate the online space. Many of us students went MIA, missing in action, because we were lacking the necessary tools of tablets, phones, laptops, and the precious commodity of internet service. Notwithstanding, there were those who had the necessary items but took the liberty to sleep during the days, play their games, and pretended to be glitching offline. Some of us were slaves to our gadgets and saw no way of breaking the addiction. Or we thought we got away as the situation intensified. Learning online was not easy. Many of us were forgetting what our classmates, batchmates, and teachers would like. Of course, we did not turn our cameras on. Our internet was always reconnecting, and of course, our microphone would always fail us just when the teacher was requiring us to respond. Finally, we were back in the physical space in our second term in grade 9 and had to adjust to the new normal of mask wearing and social distancing. Some of us took it way too far because even after COVID-19 was over, mask wearing became a fashion statement for many. While adjusting to life in the physical space, we had our teachers and grade supervisors try to instill the mantra, save online graders, and oh boy, many of us needed savings. This was because we came back to the lethargic attitude of online learning, trying to sleep in our early morning classes, and trying to sneak in a game of PUBG or Candy Crush while classes were going on, but our teachers didn't care. We quickly had to get with the program as we tackled complex subjects, engaged in spirited debates, and pushed the boundaries of our understanding. There were times when we soared high, achieving great success in our studies, sports, and extracurricular activities. There were those who started looking like they would outshine us all as academic stars when we experienced our first prize-winning service in grade 9. Persons like Kisani Johnson, Alicia Baker, Jovine Clark, John Walker, Tessa Nedved, Timothy Maxwell, and yours truly, just to name a few. We have a super athletic person like Helen Anderson, Alyssa Nelson, Ray Webster, Jamar Frater, Yvier Hines, and Janine Bluefield. These were high points for us, but there were times when we stumbled, facing setbacks and disappointments. Nevertheless, each experience, whether a triumph or a fall, contributed to our growth and resilience. We learned the value of perseverance, the importance of hard work, and the strength that comes from overcoming adversity as we matured in grade 10 under the mantra, goal for goal. We supported each other just as the Eagles' parents support their young, creating a community of learners who uplift and inspire one another. Eventually, the fledgling eagle is ready to leave the nest and take flight on its own. This moment is both exhilarating and daunting as the young eagle embraces its independence and faces the vast sky. Today, as we stand on the brink of a new chapter in our lives, we are like those young eagles ready to take flight. The knowledge and skills we have acquired, the friendships we have forged, and the experiences we have shared have prepared us for this moment. We are equipped to navigate the challenges of the future, to seize opportunities, and to carve our own path. Our wings are strong and our vision is clear. Yet, taking flight does not mean leaving everything behind. The eagle carries with it the lessons learned and the strength gained from its early experiences. Likewise, we carry with us the values and principles instilled in us by our families, teachers, and mentors. Core principles of courtesy, dignity, honesty, kindness, obedience, and respect. We carry the love of those who have believed in us and stood by storm winds to rise higher. This remarkable resilience is a lesson for us all. In life, we will face challenges and obstacles. There will be the moments of doubt and fear, times when the path ahead seems unclear. But like an eagle, we must embrace this struggle. Success and mastery have shown us that we are capable of overcoming adversity. We have faced difficult exams, countless essays, many marathons, and Saturday classes. We have faced personal challenges and global uncertainty, yet and more determined. Our ability to adapt, to persevere, and to remain focused on our goals will serve us well as we navigate challenge is an opportunity to rise higher, to learn more, and to become more resilient. An eagle's journey is one of continuous growth and exploration. As mature eagles, they soar high, taking in the vast landscape below, always vigilant and ready for the next adventure. Our journey through grade 11 has been a significant milestone, but it is not the end. It is the beginning of a new adventure filled with endless possibilities. Who can recall the number of excursions we have been on? Trips to the Northern Caribbean University, UWI, the Michael University College, University of Technology, and Caribbean Maritime University. All we had fun. Mock interviews saw us just as professionals, and yes, we felt like adults who were ready to make some money. As we move forward, let us continue to soar to new heights. Let us embrace the spirit of the eagle, its keen vision and unwavering determination. Let us pursue our dreams with the two P's, passion and purpose, knowing that we have the strength to overcome any obstacle. We must also remember the importance of giving back, of using our talents and opportunities to make a positive impact on the world around us. Just as the eagle surveys its territory, protecting and nurturing its environment, we too have a responsibility to contribute to our communities and to care for the world we inhabit. Before we embark on this journey, it is essential to express our gratitude to those who have made this event possible. At this time, I will ask the parents to stand to be acknowledged. May all the parents please stand. To our parents and guardians, thank you for To our parents and guardians, thank you for your unwavering support, your sacrifices, and your belief in us. Your love and encouragement have been our foundation. We love and appreciate you. Thank you. Now let me invite our teachers and staff to stand. Thank you for your dedication, your patience, and your passion for education. You have not only imparted knowledge, but also inspired us to be curious, to think critically, and to strive for excellence. Let us give a round of applause to our teachers and for our teachers. Thank you. Our supervisors were ever present to ensure we were on the right path. The stern Pastor Macintosh, who could be heard calling, gentlemen, the intense Miss P. Smith, who would be asking, is that the right sweater or uniform, Miss? You're violating the school code. And the vibrant Miss A. Young, who would always be asking if we were doing okay. We will miss you all. To our friends and peers, thank you for the camaraderie, the shared experiences, and the support. Together, we have created memories that will last a lifetime, and we have built a community that will always be a source of strength. Let us keep in touch. As we prepare to take flight and embark on the next phase of our journey, let us do so with the grace, strength, and vision of the eagle. Let us spread our wings with confidence, ready to face the challenges and embrace the opportunities that lie ahead. Congratulations to the grade 11 class of 2024. May we soar high, achieve our dreams, and make a positive impact on the world around us. May we all find the courage and strength to fly like eagles. Grade 11!
Success and mastery!
Grade 11!
Success and mastery!
This is the end of one milestone and another awaits us. Thank you.
The astute Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." And oh, catalyst Mrs. Pauline Reed has been, exemplifying this belief as she set sail on her voyage entitled #Changing the World Through Education. She has masterfully steered her ship through the seas of educational challenges with unwavering dedication and vision, and has undoubtedly accomplished her goal with bravado.
Her journey began at the Shorebreak College, where she received her initial certification, setting the stage for a lifetime quest of changing the world through education. Chosen a course for excellence, she advanced to the University of the West Indies, earning a Bachelor of Arts degree in English, and later navigated through the rigorous waters of Central State University to achieve a Master of Science in Educational Leadership.
Captain Reed's scholarly contributions are notable, including a chapter in the Leadership for Success, the Jamaica School Experience in 2017, edited by Dr. Disraeli M. Houghton and Dr. Beverly Johnson. Her insights have been showcased in the Principal's Voice magazine, produced by the National College for Educational Leadership. As the captain of her educational vessel, Mrs. Reed's commitment to change and stewardship extends beyond the classroom. She firmly believes that serving humanity should be a way of life, not an occasional endeavor. This philosophy manifests in her role as a sole sponsor and organizer of an annual Christmas tree in Brandon Hill, Florida, her community of origin.
Her service extends to the Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning in Trelawny and her church, Birchell Memorial Baptist, where she serves as a deacon, church secretary, preacher, and chairman for church mission. Her tireless work as a change maker has not gone unnoticed. Mrs. Reed's accolades include the Gleaners Woman of the Year Award in 2000, LASCO Principal of the Year for 2010-2011, and the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Outstanding Contributions to Education.
As a former president of the Association of Principals and Vice Principals and chair of the Professional Development Committee, she has led with the precision and care of a seasoned ship's captain on a voyage to change. One of her crowning achievements is the founding of Holland High School in Trelawny, an oasis in the desert of Zion. Under her captaincy, the school became a beacon of hope and excellence, transforming the educational landscape of the region. In a time when some students embrace the fully done maxim, Captain Reed has steadfastly championed the fully bright maxim, guiding her students towards their highest potential. Her influence extended to the National College for Educational Leadership, where she served on the advisory board, international relations, and marketing committee, and as a lead administrator for the executive principals league.
Though officially retired, Mrs. Reed continues to be a guiding force, serving as the interim principal at the newly branded Nakalva Polytechnic College from 2018 to 2022. At present, she serves on the board of the Teachers Education and is a director on the board of the Victoria Mutual Foundation and First Rock Foundation. In the realm of education, she stands like Captain America in the Avengers, a true hero, with strength, integrity, undeniable change. Mrs. Reed's personal life is anchored by her family. She is married to Norman Reed and is a proud mother of 2 children, Ryan and Rochelle, and a prouder grandmother of 4. Her life's journey is a testament to the power of education to change and better society.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, graduates, help us welcome to this podium the incomparable Mrs. Pauline.
If I were younger,
they would have to be my publicists. That touching introduction has left me feeling so wistful that I hope I can speak with great composure. Mrs. Bertram, a remarkable dual functionary, wearing the hat of chair of the school board and also chair for this event, and having the authority to have a surrogate in the person of the vice chair, Mr. Mark Campbell. Also other directors of the Board of Governors, our Member of Parliament, Ms. Tova Hamilton, and all affiliates of the Political Directorate. Distinguished Principal, Mr. Dale Evans, Vice Principal, Ms. Roxanne Blagrove, esteemed administrative and ancillary staff, proud parents, and of course, allow me to greet our first head boy, Jermaine Harvey, Wealth Advisor and Financier. And I see in this audience, I see so many of our accomplished alumni. I greet you. I know that I join with the regional director and the assigned education officers in amplifying the outstanding achievements of the school. A school that continues to mold young lives, making a lasting impact on educational development and processes. All categories of staff, in acknowledging you, I must applaud your work and worth in keeping the flag of Holland High School flying so high. Your hard work, your dedication, and your commitment to human development have not gone unnoticed. Parents, I greet you, and I commend you for being relentless, for being resilient and resourceful in ensuring that your children adhered to the established standards for participation in this great ceremony. I'm honored, deeply honored and humbled to be with you as your founding principal, now retired. So today we gather to celebrate a successful academic journey, a journey that has been marked by adversity, a journey that we now can say that the accomplishments and the achievements have been nothing but phenomenal. We pause to celebrate the indomitable spirit that has carried our students through this tempest of life. So go back with me to September 2004. Holland's first flight. Flight 2004 is ready for takeoff. 400 students, 23 members of staff, 10 board members, 1 principal, 1 education officer, a total of 400 students, 35 prayer warriors. So in reflecting on our triumphant journey as a school, a story from the sacred pages of the Bible come to mind. An ancient tale of Noah, a story of adversity, of resilience, and certainly of hope. Noah, a man of faith, was tasked with an unimaginable endeavor. He was to build an ark, a refuge against a flood that would cleanse the earth. Despite the ridicule, the disbelief from the community, Noah embarked on this monumental task, simply trusting in God's plan. His journey was not easy, certainly not easy. but his faith and his perseverance led him to safety. 20 years ago, it was the same mandate that Holland had to embrace. I can recall hearing the divine directive to read Isaiah 41:10 and Isaiah 35:2. After I had been told by an 89-year-old prayer partner that, Sister Reed, you're going to the school, but if you don't send, don't rent. And so I prayed about it, and this was what came to me. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And the second promise, I will bring up springs that will burst forth in the wilderness, and singing and joy, and springs will come forth in the desert place. So taking on the task was an act of obedience, and we were guided, divinely guided, into selecting the crew. So when I arrived on the Holland compound, you have to understand that initially I was interviewed in Kingston, and I had not seen the campus. I had not seen the environment. And to be honest, my greatest attachment at the time was really to Bendo. So when I finally drove onto the campus and saw the building still under construction in August, absolutely no furniture, and parents having to journey to the Catholic Church to get the students registered, I was worried. Mrs. Bertram was Miss Positivity. She kept reassuring me that everything was going to be fine. Our first set of filing cabinets were carton boxes. The offices were outfitted with students' furniture. And majority of our students, Mrs. Bertram, remember, came down from Somerton on the Aki truck. Because we were getting students who had not been placed anywhere else. And so they had no option. Now, I had been in education for 25 years. But here I was now being entrusted, not with a year group, not with just a graduating class, not just to offer tutelage in a subject, but I was being entrusted with 400 lives. And in a matter of 5 years, that number would have multiplied to 1,000. Here I am taking on a role with new people and in a new place. And the only thing we had in common was prayer. But thank God, we had a priest, Father Carl. So Father, being the priest and the chairman, became our father. And I was the mother. Talk about situationship and complicated relationships. I was the mother. So there we were, the Holland inaugural flight 2004, boarding 400 new students with a flight crew of 23. In that year, just like with any other flight, we hit some turbulence. And unfortunately, the difference between an ordinary flight and our flight was that on other aircrafts, they are able to put them on autopilot. But not so with Holland. We had to navigate and we had to steer through the storms. And so I want you to allow me to share with you just my recollection of some adversities and some victories, because victorious they were. There is no denying that our school stands in the heart of a vibrant yet challenging community. A landscape where adversity would often knock at our doors. When the school started, just like Noah, we faced uncharted flood. I can recall arriving at school and seeing Lanzo, who gave me my first strand of gray hair, in fact. And he said to me, "Miss, you say your prayers yet?" "I will pray every morning." I said, "No." He said, "All right, say your prayers, I have something to tell you." Then he came to me and he said, "You know, Ocean just by was Ziggy up at Zion." I said to him, "Ziggy?" He said, "Yes, the little spliff near Ziggy, the big one near Marley." Of course, I was rather disturbed. I went and I confiscated the Ziggy. But I wasn't comfortable. And I said I was going up to Zion to meet with the young men. Mrs. Kirkpatrick tried to dissuade me. I said to her, if the Lord send me here, he's going to keep me. And I went up to Zion, walked into the shop, pulled up the stool, and I poured out my heart to the young men. We have never had a repeat of that incident. Amen. You see, I became Princey, or Auntie, and pretty soon, that shop in Zion was the citadel for Holland High School. We were all so determined that 75% of our students were reading below the grade 6 level, and they were not going to leave us without being equipped with literacy and numeracy skills to enable them to find their niche in society. This plunged us into a situation where we had even students staying back undocumented for years because we had to get them, Father, you remember, we had to get them literate, we had to get them numerate. To the point where one student spent such a long time that one of his batchmates came back and joined the staff. One student was overheard telling one, "You're there so long this week, we have to pay your pension." He is now a senior manager of a popular fast food establishment in North America. You'd be amazed. I'm in touch with so many of them. There were times when I wondered if our dream was actually a nightmare. I would arrive on campus at 7 each morning to help to work with students to improve their reading skill. Mr. Campbell helped with providing items for the breakfast, and Mrs. Williams would prepare the breakfast. You know, I am sure those pioneer teachers can recall that we would always give those students a word list that they would need to study. On a Monday morning, we'd give it to them, and they would need to study for the entire week. And the following Monday morning, now they would identify, pronounce, and spell the words. Much to our dismay, on one occasion, they were given the months of the year. The months of the year. And when we came back, one young man said, "It's only one me remember." And I said to him, "Okay, son, every progress is progress." I said, "Which month of the year you remember?" "May." Mr. Campbell grabbed his head, and Mr. Campbell said, "Why? Not even July or June with 4 letters? Just May." But may I dare tell you that this student read the lesson at our prize-giving exercise, the Bible lesson. And when I looked at the staff and I saw the teachers, their faces, satisfaction, amen, joy, amen, and you know me, tears. Amen. So we have come a long way. We have overcome and we have been victorious. We were able to get the flight crew and the home crew collaborating for student success. And Mr. McIntosh, do you remember that we actually sent home weekly topics to parents and invited them in, taught them the concepts, so that they could have assisted their students, their children with their homework. You see, one student I remember quite clearly went through a myriad of turbulence. He was so challenged. He became rebellious, aggressive, and made numerous trips to the office. The calls for suspension and expulsion were many. But Mr. Campbell and I decided that we were going to exercise patience. For 1 month, he attended classes in my office daily. I was teaching, and he sat at Mrs. Kirkpatrick's desk to do his assignments. Poor Father Clark. Father had to counsel him on every trip to Holland. But then he became responsive to Mrs. Watson Bursa. In fact, he claimed her as his surrogate mother. He made it through graduation. And when he was being handed his certificate, he looked at me and he said, persons applauded. All the students were applauding. He looked at me and he said, I chew them no know. Because we had established such a psychologically and emotionally safe environment that we were able to nurture even a rebellious child. Yes. In fact, he is now a supervisor at the wharf in Montego Bay. Told me 2 weeks ago, you're coming down, if you want to send a barrel, send a barrel. And just call. He's now at the wharf in Mobay. Yes, then came our CSEC sittings. We spent weekends on campus. I hear you talking about the weekends on campus. We spent weekends on campus. I slept on the campus with other teachers for those students. We were also aware of the possibilities of hanky-panky. And so what we did is that the male members of staff slept by the door in the staff room to keep the boys inside. And female members of staff slept by the door in the library, and we kept the girls inside. But may I just tell you, we were not naive. May I just tell you that year, and I'm hearing now the examination results continue to be amazing. And that year the results were amazing, astounding, and it was proof to us that God's hand was at work guiding that institution. Flight 2004 ventured into some unknown territories. And so Holland established a treaty with taxi drivers, with school vendors, and this was a territory that had been unexplored. There was then a widening of this agreement since parents were trained and then badged as community police. Unpunctuality and truancy were no major setback for us. Persons who were part of the problem in some schools were part of the solution at Holland. I speak proudly because we emerged in the inspectorate ranking as being exceptionally high. And we have become recognized nationally for excellence in education. By the end of year 7, and I'm telling you all of this because the adage says you need to know where this institution is coming from. By the end of the 7th year, 7, a biblically significant number, the fulfillment of the promise and the prophecy that Holland would see an abundance of flowers, that Holland would be a spring in the desert place. It was manifested. Because Holland has now become synonymous with excellence, with success, and with exemplary leadership. So much that we have to be providing leadership for other settings. So our vice principal of St. Catherine, our first vice principal, went to St. Catherine High School, the largest school in the Caribbean, to take up the mantle as principal. His successor was engaged at Black River High School as principal. Mr. Evans, who took over as vice principal, has advanced to the position of principal. And vice principal is now one of our middle managers. May I just tell you too, that our executive secretary was appointed the Dean of Discipline. One of our guidance counselors is serving as an education officer. Totally unprecedented, totally unprecedented. And we have done all of this by remaining faithful to divine leading. Holland will always enjoy safe landing if we remain faithful. You know, I was boarding a flight to Atlanta recently, and I heard a very polished young man, not an exaggerated accent, but a very polished young man. He was making announcements at the boarding gate. I was so impressed with his diction and his enunciation that I held up my head. And then I just shouted out, "Napier!" There was Napier. I mean, I rushed up to him, we were hugging, and the passengers who were waiting to board the flight were looking at us as these crazy people. But I mean, we were so happy. And when I got on board the plane, of course, the purser came over to me and said, "I have been told to take extra good care of you." And it is that very encounter that became the motive for this discussion. Because I decided that I had to use a metaphor of an aircraft. Yes, in class of 2024, I want to highlight the important elements of Holland High School. Moving through adversity into a journey of academic excellence. So here you are. You have spent 5 years and you are about to disembark the Holland year. When you got on board the plane, you were very concerned about the pilots. The stately, dignified Mr. Dale Evans, the elegant, composed, and rare beauty, Roxanne Blagrove. They were the ones you felt were positioned to determine a safe and successful flight. But may I inform you that as with every aircraft, it takes a whole inland and cabin crew to ensure a successful flight. The principal, the subject teachers are lauded when students enjoy academic success. And when persons boast about brand name schools, they speak glowingly of examination results, performance in sporting activities. But who applauds? The counselors, the dean of discipline, the admin department, the ancillary staff, who all work to ensure that you graduates are fully developed and socially pliable. that you can be receptive to training and to gain the label of excellence. An aviation record of which very few commercial flights can boast. Your flight could not have taken off without the full cabin crew. So I want you to remember every member of staff, not as the gentleman who cuts the grass, not as the lady who collects the money, but remember them by name and think of them with fondness because they have contributed to the successful journey. So I hasten to ask, what happened to you when the flight encountered turbulence or emergency situations? That could have ended up with an unplanned landing. And I know that in this life, going through school, you had your moments of difficulties. But all the crew members were united in their bid to ensure that you were successful. I want you to remember your committed parents because they too joined the ground crew so that your successful journey resulted from the work of a very large crew. You know, passengers, we all know, do not like the restriction of wearing a seatbelt. Just as much as probably some of you have been asking for the rules to be changed. But can I dare to tell you that those rules have guided the school over the years. And those rules are responsible for the success and positive image that Holland continues to maintain. We had to ensure that all our activities were in alignment with Christian values, values which have guided the decisions of this institution, values which have impacted your experiences and shaped your character. The institution has always been divinely led. And so, priest, Father Carl F. Clark, in this case, AKA Noah, and his team of divinely led pioneers, Mr. William MacLeod, an elder in the United Church, Mrs. Bertram, who is still convinced that the school should have been named Holy Spirit High, Principal Pauline Reed, a Baptist deacon, Executive Secretary Danish Kirkpatrick, an Apostolic Church leader and Sunday School superintendent, Bursa Stacy and Watson, a Seventh-day Adventist Church leader, Senior Pastor Andrew McIntosh, lay preacher Sister Hall, and also pastor in training, I've discovered. I could just go on and on. So you can understand that when I handed over the baton to Mr. Evans as a preacher and a committed man of God, and with all these persons still at the school, I knew that the school's legacy, yes, the school's legacy was really in safe hands. So now you know the godly heritage that you have and that you must take with you as you go into the next phase of your life. I applaud you all for having kept your seatbelt securely fastened, with your seat in an upright position. A rough flight forces even strangers sometimes to become good friends. On a recent flight to San Francisco, there was turbulence, and I'm scared. I was scared. And the lady was sitting next to me. Usually persons, don't interact much. She was there on her iPad, and I was also engaged in something else. But then, when it became very, very rough, she held on to me and I held on to her. And we had such a good laugh. Because long after the turbulence was over, she said, oh, we can let go now. So I'm saying that to you. When you go through struggles as a school family, it should cement the relationship that you have. So you have no reason to be leaving here as a Lone Ranger. At this age, I can tell you that lasting friendships are established in high school. Do not forget the persons who were supportive, the persons who were your cheerleaders. Keep the bond of friendship even when you are far apart. And then, whenever a flight lands, the person makes some announcements, gives some instructions. Have your travel documents ready for inspection. What travel documents are you leaving with? You must leave with the value system, the core values: respect, courtesy, kindness, obedience, patience, dignity, confidence, truth, peace, love. To enjoy continued success in this life, they are crucial and they must be nurtured. They must become your attributes, a part of who you are. They must become you. You know, at the last World Cup for football, there were news articles and videos of sport reporters circulating globally. They were marveling, and they were in awe of the fact that the Japanese patrons never left the stadium without cleaning the stands. And this did not apply only to where they were seated, but to the entire stadium. But this did not happen because of the threat of bodily harm. It did not happen because of an edict. It did not happen because of an impassioned plea from politicians. No, it began with people like Hollandites. Such an inspiring story of exemplary conduct. I was intrigued by the story, and so I did my research. I found out that the schools in Japan, as part of their life skill and social skills program, for 15 minutes each day, they grab mops, cloths, and clean the classrooms at school and all the common spaces, and they are assisted by the staff. It's not a penalty. It is not a punishment. It is just a part of their humanity. And so I commented to my husband, oh boy, that sounds just like Holland. And if all schools were like Holland, we would not need a Dirty Up Jamaica campaign. So the Holland aircraft has taken you to academic excellence, exemplary socialization, and produce outstanding human beings who are ready to positively transform this nation. And I just want to speak to you, because I never address young nation builders without making reference to the pencil maker. You are facing a new paradigm. Remember, the pencil comes in varied shape and color, but all made for the same purpose. So be respectful to everyone you meet and treat people well, regardless of their social status. Everyone you meet must be seen as an equal and must be treated respectfully and justly. What is inside of the pencil is more important than what is outside. Physical beauty can be destroyed by age, accident. The lead of the pencil will always have value. Your character, your integrity must be valued more than your looks.
Yes.
The most crucial part of the pencil lies within.
Amen.
The most crucial aspect of the pencil lies within.
Yes.
Similarly, your character, your values, your integrity will define you far more than your physical appearance. The outward appearance of the pencil can be marred by a child choosing to chew on the pencil. But this will not alter the effectiveness of the pencil and what is inside. However, remember, a pencil that has no lead inside is useless. So be kind, be caring, love people, be ethical, be principled, do right, even when you're the only person doing it. And don't do wrong, even if everybody else is doing it. Stand up for your principle and know how to treat with negativity. The pencil is designed to make marks. So I implore you as you go forth to make marks of excellence. Be remembered for your marks of goodness, of kindness, of love. Be known for your willingness to stand up for your principles and not be swayed by worldly desires and persuasions. The pencil has to be sharpened, which is a painful exercise. So I'd say to you, life will not be just a joyful ride. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but then it would not be life. So you too will face difficulties. But like the pencil, use these difficulties to enhance your ability to write brighter and perform more effectively. Oscar Wilde suggests that experience should be the name that we give our mistakes. John Wooden asserts that if you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. Mistakes are stepping stones. So move forward in growth and wisdom. Embrace your errors. Learn from them and keep moving forward. But the pencil has an eraser. The pencil has a rubber. So yes, when we err in this life, we can make amends. When we make missteps, we can seek to correct them. We err because we are human, and that's a part of human existence. But you must be able to correct these missteps by not repeating them, and keep striving to be better today than you were yesterday. And so now, I really hate to tell you this, but the pencil, the lead will not last forever. The lead will never last forever. It enables you to make marks in life. But there's a day when it will receive its last sharpening. So we will not last forever. For the present and in envisioning the future, I just want to say to you, live excellent lives. Make your life matter. And do good to all the people you can, in all the ways you can, for just as long as you can. So batch of 2024, as you step into the world, remember that every challenge you will face must be an opportunity for growth. Just as diamonds are formed under pressure, so too you will become diamonds because of the trials you overcome. As you step beyond the walls of Holland, yes, Remember Noah's Ark. Be builders of havens, places of refuge for others. And if you do not remember anything at all about what I've said to you, please take this with you. You have not been merely recipients of knowledge. You have become architects of hope. You are not merely recipients of knowledge. You have become architects of hope. So congratulations, class of 2024. Your connecting flight is awaiting. And I'm so excited. I just can't wait to see where it's going to take you. God bless you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am kindly asking Mrs. Reed to join me at the podium. Mrs. Reed, thank you for your kind words of encouragement. They were honored. Thank you for your kind words of encouragement. They were uneloquently delivered, and the stakes are still far better. On behalf of the Class of 2024, I would like to thank you for your kind words of encouragement. They were truly inspired and motivated words. Thank you.
All protocols of good afternoon. And there went out a decree from the portals of heaven to the priests of the Catholic Church and unto the Ministry of Education. Thus saith the Lord, you have been chosen for a great mission. My children are crying for a place of love, so they will not be left to wander along the pathway of life. Hearken unto my voice, and I will raise up leaders who fear me. Wisdom and knowledge shall be their purpose, and they will trust in me and be led by my sovereign power. I will yield them an abundance of success. I will raise them up in greatness if they remain faithful. Then said the Lord, then say they unto the Lord, whither shall we go? Thus saith the Lord, by the Zion, by the river of Marthabury, and build a school, and it shall be called Holland High School, a place where both great and small find joy. And it came to pass that on the dawning of the first day of the 9th month in the year of our Lord 2004, a chosen throng from the east and west, from the north and south, from the mountains, hills, and valleys of Trelawney, inhabited the ground the Lord had commissioned, and they labored.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone. The following students have maintained an average of 60% in 4 or more academic subjects, including mathematics or English language.
Whereas Holland School, as a government-leased school, continues to provide young people with the tools they need to maintain our nation's precious values of freedom, civility, and equality. And whereas by equipping students with both practical skills and broader intellectual abilities, this school gives them hope for and access to a productive future. And whereas education employees, be they administrators, administrative or ancillary staff, work tirelessly to serve our children and communities with care and professionalism. And whereas through the Board of Governors, community members, students, parents, educators and volunteers, business leaders and elected officials are united in a common mission. And whereas these students now named have attained the average exceeding 60% in 4 subjects, including mathematics or English, thereby qualifying for a certificate. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Father Carl F. Clark, founding chairman of the Board of Governors of Holland High School in the parish of Trelawney, do hereby proclaim the said named students as certificate awardees. I call upon all persons present to celebrate with these students. Signed, 27th day of June in the year 2024.
Roll, please stand.
First up, we have Shamara Lawrence.
Next up, Akiva Miller.
Georgina Francis.
Abigail Parker.
Jamar Freitel.
Jamari Clark.
Dante Palmer.
Tiani Thompson.
And her other half, Tiana Thompson.
Thank you, row one. Row two, please stand.
In row two, we have Enrica Bailey.
Abigail Cooper.
Deschanel Anderson.
Next up, Kimani Montague.
Next up, we have Jaden Lewis.
Coming next is Jada McFadden.
And next we have Waylon Jarrett.
Coming next is Brittany Foster.
Next we have Adriana Richard.
Finally, in row 2, Kaverina Jackson.
Thank you, row 2. Row 3, please stand.
Row 3 starts off with Nicolette McIntyre.
Followed by Trina K. Shaw.
We have coming next is Tatina James.
Followed by Jayla Williams.
Next up, we have Jaheem Whitaker.
Next we have Lorraine Webster.
Next we have Rashawn Morris.
Followed by Liana Henry.
She is followed by Kevicia Bedford.
Up next, we have Martina Demetrius.
She is followed by Tristan Column.
And finally, in row 3, we have Carice Hall.
Thank you, row 3. Row 4, please stand.
Starting off row 4, we have Natalia Christie.
She is followed by Brianna Williams.
Next up, we have Brianna Richards.
Then coming next is John Bennett.
John is followed by Antonio Allen.
Coming next is Lamar Burns.
Coming up, we have Orville Robinson.
He's followed by Fitzgerald Thompson.
And he's followed by Sion Finley.
Next up is Brianna Plummer.
Brianna is followed by Nikai Gallimore.
Jada Grant.
Thank you, row 4. You may now be seated.
Graduation proclamation for diploma. Whereas Holland High School, as a government school, continues to provide young people with the tools they need to maintain our nation's precious values of freedom, civility, and equality. And whereas by equipping students with both practical skills and broader intellectual abilities, this school gives them hope for and access to a productive future. And whereas education employees, be they administrators, administrative or ancillary staff, work tirelessly to serve our children and communities with care and professionalism. And whereas through the Board of Governors, community members, students, parents, educators, and volunteers, business leaders, and elected officials are united in a common mission. And whereas these students, now named, have attained an average exceeding 60% in 5 subjects, including mathematics and English, and qualifying for a diploma, now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Father Carl F. Clark, founding chairman, on behalf of Mrs. Jacqueline Bertram, chairman of the Board of Governors of Holland High School in the parish of Trelawney, do hereby proclaim the named students as diploma awardees. I call upon all persons present to celebrate with these students. Signed this 27th day of June in the year 2024.
The following students have maintained an average of 60% in 5 or more academic subjects, including mathematics and English. They will now receive their diplomas. Row 1, please stand.
And now we begin with the presentation. Brenda K. Hemmings.
Ashika Drummond.
Ayana Hill.
Chrisani Johnson.
Alicia Baker.
2. Row 3, please stand.
Now we have Shanice Jackson.
Followed by DeAndre Lindo. Thank you, row 3. I now invite row 4 to stand.
As they come closer, let's celebrate the name Lord.
Followed by Khalil and Tessa.
And by no means least, we have the final awardee, Brianna Power. Parents, teachers, let's hear it for our Diploma awardee.
Good afternoon, everyone. These students have distinguished themselves through their academic prowess. We will now award students placed first and second in each class. I invite Dr. Morgan Smith to assist with these presentations.
In 11 piece, in second place, we call Horain Webster.
And in first place, we have Sion Finley.
From 11 Loyalty, in second place, we have Ayana Hill.
And in first place, we have Jaden Lowen.
From 11 Truth, in second place, we have Tiana Thompson.
And in first place, we have Tajanique Maxwell.
From 11 Confidence, in second place, we have Leanna Henry.
And in first place, we have Sharona Grinnell.
In second place, from 11 Love, we have Georgina Francis.
And in first place, from 11 Love, we have Brenda K. Hemmings.
In second place, from 11 Hope, Chrisani Johnson.
And in first place, from 11 Hope, we have the class valedictorian, Miss Fancy.
We will now be presenting our subject awards. The following students have achieved outstanding grades consistently throughout the past 2 years in the respective subject areas. I now invite Desiree Goburn to assist with the awards.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. From the Department of Linguistics and Modern Language. For English language, in second place, we have Miss Fayan Seal.
We have 2 awardees for first place for English language. We call Jaden Lewin and Tejani Maxwell.
Spanish. In second place, we have Akima Miller.
In first place, we have Jonelle Walker.
For English literature, in second place, we have Tetina James.
In first place, we have Tejani Maxwell.
We're now moving to the Department of Science and Physical Education. In integrated science, second place, we have DeAndre Lindo.
In first place, Tejani Maxwell.
For agricultural science, in second place, we have Brianna Plummer.
In first place, we have Jalen Williams.
For chemistry, in second place, we have Mr. Javid Clark.
In first place, we have Faye Steele.
For biology, in second place, we have Jonelle Walker.
In first place, we have Faye Steele.
For physics, in second place, we have DeAndre Lindo.
In first place, we have Faye Steele.
For physical education, in second place, we have Enrica Daly.
In first place, we have Waylon Jarrett.
In human and social biology, in second place, we have Danae Dawes.
In first place, we have Georgina Francis.
We're now moving to the Department of Mathematics. In second place, we have Miss Chrisani Johnson.
And in first place, DeAndre Lindo.
Moving to the Department of Social Sciences. In cabin history, in second place, we have Miss Tejanique Maxwell. In second place, we have Miss Abigail Parker.
In first place, we have Georgina Francis.
For geography. In second place, we have Mr. DeAndre Lindo.
In first place, we have Jovine Clark.
For social studies. In second place, we have Mr. Jovine Clark.
And in first place, Miss Georgina Francis.
Moving along to the Department of Business, Information and Communication Technology. In Principles of Accounts, in second place we have Miss Brenda K. Hemmings.
In first place, Miss Georgina Francis. No, my apologies. Miss Aishika Drummond.
For Information Technology, in second place we have Miss Thea Steele.
And in first place, Miss Chrisani Johnson.
For electronic document preparation, we have two persons for second place. In Miss Chrisani Johnson and Miss Tajani Maxwell.
In first place, we have Fayon Steele.
For office administration, in second place we have Miss Chrisani Johnson.
In first place, Brenda K. Hemmings.
For principles of business, in second place Miss Jonna Walker.
In first place, Jalen Lewin.
Now we are moving to the Department of Human Ecology. This is where the food is provided. For family and consumer management, in second place we have Miss Rihanna Williams.
In first place, we have Georgina Francis.
For food and nutrition, in second place we have Miss Rihanna Williams.
In first place, we have Miss Georgina Francis.
For clothing and textiles, in second place we have Miss Rihanna Williams.
In first place, we have Miss Georgina Francis.
Now we're on to the Department of Aesthetics and Technical Vocational Studies. For Electrical Technology. In second place, we have Mr. DeAndre Lindo.
In first place, we have Waylon Jarrett.
For Theater Arts. In second place, we have Jaylan Williams.
In first place, we have Orville Robinson.
For Visual Arts. In second place, we have Tiani Thompson.
The individual receiving the first place award for visual arts will receive the Edmondo Souza Trophy for outstanding performance in visual arts, and this goes to Tiana Thompson.
Second in the graduating class, Miss Christani Johnson.
Can I get a drum roll for first place? For first place in the graduating class of 2024 is Miss Faye Steele. We now move on to the special awards.
Thank you so much, Ms. Oberg.
Many students are poised for greatness because of their social attributes, which we now acknowledge. I invite our Principal Emeritus, Mrs. Pauline Reed, to assist us with the distribution of these awards.
For most courteous, we have Mr. Yes, it's a Mr. Jovine Clark.
we have Mr. Jamar Frater.
For most disciplined, we have another Mr. DeAndre Lindo.
The most outstanding citizen award goes to, this is a Miss Chrisani Johnson.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Reed. I now invite Ms. Toga Hamilton, our Member of Parliament, to assist with the following presentation. The Humanitarian Award. This individual is awarded for responding with care and sensitivity to the needs of others, performing humane acts during the year, and displays zeal and passion in the Holland community. The recipient of this award is no other than Miss Alicia Baker.
Most Resilient Award. This award is given by the great supervisors to a child who has exhibited great strength in the face of severe hardship, an individual who has overcome some overwhelming challenges, who did not relent but exhibit unmatched strength and fortitude, remained focused, confident, and avoided negative influences, and therefore has accomplished much. This award goes to Brianna Williams.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hamilton. The Headmasters Award. This medal goes to an individual who cares about the well-being of others and truly personifies the Holland spirit by striving for academic excellence, exhibiting unquestionable moral principles, maintaining untarnished integrity, and showing concern for the well-being of others. We will now invite our principal, Mr. Dale Evans, to announce the recipient of this award.
The recipient of the Headmasters Award goes to Wayland Jarrett.
Yeah. Hold it, yeah. Shake your hand now, yeah.
In our 20 years of existence, members of our alumni, they have been really doing well. We have seen philanthropists being created. And so last year was the first time that Sinclair's business would have given an award to one of our graduates. We are seeing more and more past students establishing their own businesses and are making good pledges to the development of our institution. I am proud this evening to present to the top performing business student of the graduating class this award. Could I invite Head of Department, Mr. McIntosh, to come? From Sinclair's Services, yes, and I want to do a little promotion of the business right here. Sinclair's Services will do your errands in the township of Falmouth. So if you need KFC, if you need your medication, your prescriptions to be filled, if you need just about anything, if your party to be taken care of, Sinclair's services will do it for you. And so to the top performing business student, yes, I'm inviting Mr. McIntosh, head of the business department, to present this award to Chrisani. Come on, Chrisani. $50,000 from Sinclair's Services. Put your hands together for Chrisani. 20 years of excellence as we celebrate the history of unmatched educational services to the township of Falmouth, the parish of Falmouth, and even adjoining the parish, of Trelawney, and even adjoining parishes, St. Anne, as far as Hanover, St. James, Westmoreland. We have students traveling that far. We want to recognize our past students who have excelled in their various career fields. We have today a good representation of professionals who would have attained their secondary level education at no other institution than Holland High School. So we start from 2007, our first Ed boy, in the person of Jermaine Harvey. He would have gone on to pursue a Bachelor's of Science degree in communication at the University of the West Indies. He now serves as a financial advisor at Proof Investment. Inviting you to come, Jermaine. Might I also add that Jermaine is also a Justice of the Peace for the parish of St. James. Presenting to Jermaine and the graduating class of 2007, we are going to be inviting Mr. Hamilton to come and do this presentation for us. Our counselor for the Martha Bray Division. From the 2008, Sir Hamilton, could you remain, please? From the 2008 batch, not that we are just singling out, but those who are available to show up on the day. So we have Nikita Campbell. All right, so here the ladies. She is a nurse at the Falmouth Hospital. Put your hands together for Mrs. Campbell. She's Nikita, Mrs. Nikita Campbell. From the 2012 batch, might I say that persons were really interested in being here today, but because of their engagements at work, they are not able to come, so we go to those who are present. Mr. Gian Gray. Mr. Gray is currently serving at the Falmouth Tax Office, yes, and he is one of those persons who you will be able to call on to do your tax compliant research and all of that. Put your hands together for Mr. Gray, also pursuing his qualifications in accounting. 2013, we have many professionals in this batch. But today, I invite Mr. Kevin Johnson, past student, member of the Board of Governors, and he is currently serving as a business education teacher at his alma mater, Holland High School. He would have pursued also his bachelor's degree in business education at the University of Technology. 14, we have Miss Latoya Rowe. Put your hands together for Miss Latoya Rowe. Miss Latoya Rowe is currently an officer with the CPA office in the township of Falmouth. And so she helps us with those cases at school. Yes, thank you, Miss Rowe. You'd have chosen a very, very good field. We thank you. And your service is really appreciated. 2015, we have an individual here who would have done well up to 6th form. We have Mr. Baker, Pichurin Baker. Put your hands together for Mr. Baker. Currently serving as an Intel International Customer Experience Coach, and so he's also excelling in his field of work. Then we come to 2018. I'm inviting a fashionable lady. Yes, in the person of Miss Denisha Anford. Miss Anford also serving as a teacher at Holland High School. 20 years of excellence. Miss Anford would have gone on to pursue her bachelor's degree in English A and B. Yes. And she is a vanguard for the standards of Holland High School. Put your hands together for Miss Anford. Absent today, and I must mention these persons who would have expressed their regret. We have Mr. O'Shane Ramsey. Yes, he's currently pursuing studies for promotion in the army. He's actually an army officer, but he says he's actually pursuing some course for promotion. And so we want to hail O'Shane in his absence. We have Gavin Linton. He works at the Bank of Jamaica and he's a senior forensics officer at the Bank of Jamaica. He really wanted to be here, Mrs. Reed, and especially to see you. But he expressed his disappointment because his daughter had a presentation this afternoon. And so we really want the family, Shamir Morris as well. That's easier. He was here. I think he had to go. He is the assistant financial controller for the Players Hotel chain. Not a manager at the property, but for the chain. He is the assistant financial controller. He's the president of our Alumni Association, and he is committed to the development of our institution. Put your hands together for all the Holland High School past students who are making their name in their various career fields. Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. May I invite the graduating class to stand? The graduates have received their certificates, their diplomas, and their special awards. As great supervisor of this batch, I now present to you the graduating class of 2024. Come on, put your hands together for the graduating class. A bigger round of applause, come on. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated.
And now said the Lord, by the end of the 5th year, you will see that I have protected my people from evil and danger. I have granted them increase in knowledge. They have come together as children from the same household. But Lord, now it is time for some to go their own way. They shall no longer dwell into the land of Zion, but they will always be sons and daughters of Holland. Thus said the Lord, these children will be great. I will kindle a flame of ambition that will engulf them. I will raise them up to be builders of this nation, who will share their prosperity with others. And the Lord smiled upon the occupants of the house of Holland, and he said, you are my people, and I will always be with you. I will uphold you to the very end.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to stand before you today to deliver the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of our grade 11 graduation service. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed board chairman, Mrs. Jacqueline Bertram, and vice chairman, Mr. Mark Campbell, and other members of Board of Governors for their unwavering support and guidance. Your dedication to our school's vision and mission has been invaluable. To our principal, Mr. Dale Evans, and vice principal, Ms. Roxanne Blake, thank you for your inspirational leadership and tireless efforts in ensuring that we receive a top-notch education. Your commitment to our academic and personal growth has been extraordinary. A special thank you to our former principal, Mrs. Pauline Lee, who has set an exceptionally high standard for our school and has made it into an Ivy League institution. Your vision and dedication has been an inspiration. Your vision and dedication has been inspirational. How fitting it is for you to be our guest speaker today as we celebrate 20 years of business. Today we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speaker. Your words of wisdom and encouragement have inspired us to achieve greatness, and surely will guide us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. To our former chairman, Father Carl Clark, your contributions have laid a strong foundation for our success today. Your legacy continues to inspire us. We are deeply grateful to our regional director, Ms. Sigurd, who is representing the Ministry of Education. Your support and policies have played a critical role in sharpening our educational journey, and for that we are immensely thankful. To our Member of Parliament, Mr. Hamilton, and Councillor, Mr. Roger Hamilton, your presence here has shown us that you care about our well-being and will surely aid us in commuting to the school on the Zion Road. I hope we are not putting you under any pressure, but it would be nice if in September we saw new roads. For the principals of our neighborhood schools, thank you for being here. Your presence is highly appreciated. To the academic staff, your passion for teaching and dedication to nurturing our minds have empowered us with knowledge and skills. We owe much of our success to your hard work and patience. Our thanks also go to the auxiliary and administrative staff. Your behind-the-scenes efforts ensure that the school runs smoothly and effectively. Your contributions often go unnoticed, but today we recognize and appreciate everything you do. To our dear graduates, congratulations. Today is a testament to your hard work, perseverance, and determination. You have made us all proud, and we are excited to see the next chapter, to see what the future holds for each of you. Parents and guardians, your support and encouragement have been the backbone of our achievements. Thank you for standing by us, providing for us, and believing in us. We couldn't have done it without you. I would like to thank the organizers of this event. Your meticulous planning and coordination have made this graduation service a memorable occasion. Your efforts are truly commendable. A special thank you to our musicians, choir, and those who rendered items. Your renditions were beautiful and added a touch of elegance and joy to this event. Your talents have greatly enhanced our celebration. Lastly, we extend our sincere thanks to our venue host, Half Moon Conference Center, for such a wonderful setting for our graduation service. Your hospitality is greatly appreciated. Once again, thank you all for being here today and for making this occasion special. Your presence and support mean the world to us. Thank you.
I now invite graduates, staff, past students, and students to stand for the singing of the school song. From valley, hills, and mountains, to plains and rough terrains, through the gates of Holland have we entered, our purpose to proclaim, as Christ this time I invite all the guests to stand with us, parents, guardians, all other. We will stand for the playing of the national anthem.
The torch is a symbol of harmony, goodwill, hope, and continuity. It signifies the end of a phase of the academic journey and heralds the beginning of the other. The torch is used to indicate the presence of light, even amidst positive values and attitudes, and perpetuate all that is upright, honest, and exemplary. The torch is first carried by our chairman, Mrs. Jacqueline Bertram, who is represented by our vice chairman, Mr. Mark Handel, and our regional director, Ms. Carlin Sigree, persons with great vision and commitment. She's represented by Dr. Smith. It is then handed over to our principal, Mr. Dale Evans, and the vice principal, Ms. Roxanne Blago. They have the mammoth task of keeping the ship on course. The flame is then passed on to our outgoing head students, Jamar Frater and Christani Johnson. They have been great stewards, and they will now hand over to the other students. Finally, the torch will be placed in the capable hands of our upcoming student leaders. The eternal flame will continue to burn day and night at Holland High School, symbolizing the undying tradition of excellence for all generations.
Open the door. Open the door.
Next week, Monday.
That's cool.